What's up, everybody, and welcome back. Appreciate you joining me on this third episode of us painting the Hypercarbon X29. And in the last episode, I'll link that right here, somewhere in here. The last episode, we painted it this beautiful white. We're gonna go ahead and put the decals on. I have 5 decals. I came up with 2 of my own, which is this right here. If I can get it. So we're calling this the Hyper X2. We're gonna put one of them on the top tube here, and then we're gonna put another one right here on the seat tube, just because I think it looks cool. Well, that's gonna be our head tube logo. And if you see here, I kind of edited it a little bit. It said BMX, but I put MTB, just to make it a little bit more official. And then we have our OG Hyper logo, and that is going to go right back here, just like that. And then once we, hey, you want to say hey? Come here, come on. I got my help here tonight. You want to say hey? Huh? Say hey. This is Tully. Say Tully. Happy to meet everybody. Okay. See, and this is Buster. Got my big help. This is my big man. He's 18. Old boy's been with me for a long time. He's just been hanging around, And again, I'm going to show you the color that we're going to be using is this teal gloss seaside blue. It's a family of blue. All right. Sorry. So we're gonna give this thing a good wipe down with the tack cloth, just like in the other video, just in case there's any dust or debris or anything on there. This is gonna take it up. Also, we have our gloves, and I don't have it right here right now, but face mask as well. Got to have that PPE going. So now what I'm going to do, instead of boring y'all with hanging the frame up and everything, I'm going to go ahead and skip that and go ahead and hang it up. That way I can get ready for paint, and then I'm going to get ready. Now, as you can see, I still have everything taped up here. Still have the that was a loud car. Still have the bottom bracket taped up. Still have the head tube taped up. Still have the serial number taped up. Remember, that's an important one. And we got it clamped in here just for right now. We're not going to leave it in here. We're actually going to hang it up just like it was in the last video. That way we can get to it real good, easy to paint. All right. So our first decal, we're going to go ahead and put on the OG Hyper logo. We're going to put it right here on the down tube, and we're going to do the best we can with eyeballing it, and hopefully it comes out okay. That looks pretty dope. Keep the transfer tape flat, just like that. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a wipe down now. And after that, we're gonna put our mask on, and then we're gonna go ahead and paint the blue or teal on. So now we're gonna go ahead and give our can a good shake for about 15 seconds, and then we're gonna go ahead and paint the frame. All right, y'all. So now that we got our first coat on, and it's been about 20-25 minutes, I actually gave it a touch in an inconspicuous spot, and it's actually pretty dry now, or kind of tacky, but it's not bad to where it lifts, paint sticks to your finger or anything. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my PPE back on. I'm going to go ahead and lay the second coat down. All right, y'all, now that the second coat is on, we're gonna have to leave this thing to dry overnight for about 24 hours, 24, maybe 36 hours before we can peel our decals off and reveal our white underneath. That way the paint gets really good and hard, especially with the temperatures being, I think I got the room at about 72 right now, but the temperatures outside are in the 50s, so paint really doesn't work that great in colder weather. So we're gonna let this thing dry for about 24 to 36 hours before we really go ahead and even try to peel those decals off. That way we get a good dry paint. That way it doesn't take a chance on smearing the paint or pulling it or anything like that. So now that we're done painting it, and we're gonna let it sit up, on the next video, episode 4, should be the last and final one. What we're gonna do then, we're gonna put all the parts back on it, put the fork back on, handlebars, seat, dropper, everything, wheels, and then we're gonna stare at it. But I have something special planned for that video. It's not gonna be your usual bike. It's gonna be something a little bit different. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that video, because I think you're gonna enjoy what I'm gonna turn this bike into. It's basically gonna have all the same stuff on it, just with a little few different tweaks. Also, we're gonna run through the frame protection that I'm gonna use. Super cheap. You can find this frame protection literally anywhere. No, it's not ordered offline. You can order it offline, but it's not your branded mountain bike, bicycle, clear frame protection tape like you see, all over the place. It's something that I kind of found and that I've really enjoyed using, especially on some of my other bikes. Tried it out, worked great. So now what we're going to do, we're going to get a little close-up of it. That way y'all can see it. Let's go ahead and get a good look at this thing. You can sort of kind of see the decals underneath of it. And we have the serial number taped up here. Got a little run right here, no big deal. I think it's gonna look great. All right, y'all, so now that y'all have had a look at the bike, seen all the imperfections on it, which you can barely see standing here. I mean, they're really not that noticeable. With that being said, episode 4 is going to be coming out shortly, so be looking for that. I really can't wait to get this bike done and get it out on a trail. That way everybody can see it. And what a beautiful bike it actually can really be when you put some time and some effort into it and some decent components. It turns into a really, really great bike. With that being said, I want to thank everybody for watching the video and for hanging out with me and helping me paint the bike. And you know where I'll see you? On the trail. See y'all later.